It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Kansas City. It's the Bills and the Chiefs, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Coming up, one game to decide who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. The stadium is packed. Standing room only, a chance for their hometown team to get to the Super Bowl. Great to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and the most important thing in the building, the Lamar Hunt Trophy. It is up for grabs for the AFC Championship for the right to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
We talked to him earlier in the week, Mike, and he tried to downplay this as just another game, but I think after seeing him on the field during warm-ups, that's gone out the window. You can tell it's starting to set in just how big of an opportunity this really is. They've outlasted every team in the AFC except for the one they're about to face. And if they're able to beat them, man, they'll have a chance to do something really special. But for that to happen, they're going to need him to lead the way as they try to overcome this intimidating atmosphere. And if he does that, they could be holding the Lamar Hunt Trophy in just a few short hours.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 2nd down.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. A pass caught right side by Coleman.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball start, offense.
Allen working from the pistol. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills have struck first in the AFC Championship game. They're out to a 7-0 lead. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Mike, when you're grinding away in the midst of training camp, these are the moments that you fantasize about. However, it's no longer a fantasy for either of these two teams. It's their reality, and it's up to them to seize the opportunity in front of them. But for that to happen, they're going to need a big game out of their quarterback. And if he plays the way he's capable of, they could be just a few hours away from heading to the Super Bowl.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. This one complete to Palmer. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again? The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a pickup of 17. They'll run the draw with Pacheco, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Pacheco. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Matt Ariza now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Allen to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack. 3rd and long. Allen will throw. He'll get this out to the left flat.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He keeps it himself. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Downfield is caught by Brown. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball, so early 1st.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 3rd and long for Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a 1st.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This a 44-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Here's Allen to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He is in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills.
That's just too easy. At this level, Mike, you give an NFL quarterback that much time to find a receiver that open, it's just going to be pitch and catch and result in an easy 6. So they got to tighten up their coverage. They got to do a better job accounting for all these receivers, because if they have guys running that free the rest of this game, they're going to light up the scoreboard.
Now Baz to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Motion man is Rice. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now, Mahomes. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic, there hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
A gain there of 10 yards. First down, KC. They go play action with Mahomes. That's caught. Travis Kelce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Rashee Rice. And he will get into the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Back to the left side and taken in by Coleman.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts.
The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, and you take them down for a loss.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. That's into the hands of Coleman. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Allen going to throw again. Taking off. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On first down, it's Allen. He'll take off again. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll run again. And he's in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense gonna get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Now KC gonna use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Now, Mahomes. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. On comes the punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This one, fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Which one of these two clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Chicago Bears. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl as we hand things back over to Mike Tirico. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Motion man is Rice. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Cole Bishop up to make the play. A handoff to Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense A start out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A run with Cook. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Allen working from the pistol. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. Allen will throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. Here's Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. On 2nd down, Pacheco. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Rice open. He's got it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing now, Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try and run here with Cook. And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. So now they'll throw it with Allen. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Two 1st downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. Now Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Allen. That's to Kincaid once again. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll throw on first down with Allen. He'll get this out wide.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But he'll gather it back in. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still third down.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll try to run for it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others,
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Here's Allen to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Mahomes. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Mahomes now to throw again. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll check that down to Pacheco. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football at their own 23.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, Shakir. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and 5. Allen gonna give this to Davis. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This fielded inside the 35. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Down to a knee here. And cue the celebrations. They are on their way to the Super Bowl. So a road win here for the Bills as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. So that's a wrap for Greg Olson and our outstanding crew. I'm Mike Tirico. We'll reconvene in 2 weeks in Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60. Until then, enjoy the rest of your night.